When you sign up for the payroll service, you will get a list of payroll items as part of that service. To open the payroll item list, simply go to the list drop-down menu and select it. The payroll item list is typically sorted by payroll item type, and as you can see, there are compensation items such as yearly salary, hourly wage, and bonus. Also, there are addition, deduction, company contribution, and tax-related type of items. Overall, you have most every type of item you need. However, there are items such as wage garnishments that are not included. Also, some of the items that are created may need to be edited depending on the type of account you want to associate a payroll item activity with, or if a different vendor than the one QuickBooks assumes you should be associated with the payroll item may also prompt you to make a change. However, please note that since one of the things you pay for with the payroll service is having the right tax withholding calculated, you don't want to go changing any of the tax percentage or calculations unless you know it's wrong. And if you find something wrong, you should let Intuit know right away. To change a payroll item, you need either to double-click on the item you want to change, or you can edit it through the normal means when you are in a list. That is, select the bottom on the bottom left and select Edit, or you can right-click or use the Edit drop-down menu to do the same. Once you open the item, in this case we are opening the hourly wage payroll item, you will be given the choice in the first window to change what you call the item. This has no real substantive effect except changing what you call the item. You can also make an item inactive through the normal edit means described previously. The next window allows you to change the account used to record any transaction using this payroll item. In other words, how an hourly employee's hourly pay is recorded in the accounting records when payroll is processed. The default account that is initially set up by QuickBooks automatically is gross wages, which is the account all related compensation payroll items use. Some organizations may want to refine the nature of their wages in more specific accounts, for example, hourly wages, salary wages, vacation time, sick time, etc., instead of just lumping everything under gross wages. This would be a reason to change the account. Once you've determined what account to associate with the compensation item, then you are done and you can click on Finish. That's all there is to changing this type of item. Addition and deduction type of payroll items can be tricky because of the many decisions, especially the tax implications, you have to make in setting up the item, and I would suggest not making any changes you do not fully understand without the assistance of someone who does. For example, let's walk through a deduction involving a 401k plan, so you can see which fields are easy to change without much consternation and others which may give you reasons to pause. When we open up this item, it starts out very similar to the last item we edited, although on the bottom part of the window, we can select whether we want this item to be tracked by job, which is further explained if you click on the Help button, and also you'll see how this selection comes into play when we record time and process payroll later in this lesson. The next window relates to if allows you to select the vendor that is applicable for this type of payroll item, which in this case is a 401k custodian. You can then put in a related number that identifies you to the related agency if applicable. The next field allows you to put in the related liability account, which QuickBooks creates for you and calls payroll liabilities. You can use this account or a different account that is more appropriate from the selection available in the drop-down menu of the chart of accounts. Of course, you can always create a new account if needed by typing in a new account name and then completing the chart of accounts setup when prompted. The next few windows allows you to select the tax tracking and setup that is appropriate for the type of deduction you are doing, and this is where you really need to know what you are doing if you do not go with the default settings that are provided. In other words, if select a certain type of item to be created or edited, QuickBooks will have provided certain default settings that are probably correct and should be fine as they are. But depending on your circumstances, a change may be required, and it is in the changing that you want to make sure you are doing it right by getting your benefits specialist or your expert in this area to help you. The federal and state tax items can also be edited similar to the items above. That is, in terms of how you want to name it and what account or accounts you want to assign to the liability and or expense account, depending on whether it is an employee withholding or employer matching. Also, depending on the item, you may or may not be able to change the tax rate. To see the full range of payroll tax items you can create, go to the Payroll Item button and then select New. You are given the selection of either doing an easy setup or a custom setup. The difference is the custom setup allows you to make more choices and is only recommended if you are more expert in doing these types of setups. So let's stay with the default choice, Easy Setup, for our demonstration. When you click the Next button, you are given a choice of what type of payroll item you want to create. Notice each type shown gives you examples in parentheses. Since we looked at compensation, retirement benefits, and tax-related payroll items earlier, let's select Other Deductions and create a wage garnishment payroll item, since this is one you would have to create yourself if it applied to your situation. After clicking the Next button, the window that opens up allows you to select what type of other deduction it is. So let's check mark Wage Garnishment and select Next. Now we need to select a vendor, that is who is going to receive the money, and then we can put in an account number related to the garnishment if applicable. Finally, we need to put in the payroll frequency, or I should say the payment frequency, so QuickBooks knows when the garnishment is due once the paycheck is processed. This is very important to get right since it provides the necessary dating information so you are prompted to pay your liabilities on time. After clicking the Next button, you can then select Finish and you are done, and the payroll list is updated accordingly. In general, you shouldn't have to do a lot of adding and or changing to the payroll item list, but there are times, as mentioned, where you may need to, and that is why it is important to know how to move around and perform whatever task that may be required. But we do advise a high degree of caution in working in the payroll item list since it affects a highly sensitive area of payroll.